JJK 172 introduces us with several interesting panels explaining how humans will faint when copious amounts of applied pressure is forced onto them. Megumi is reinforcing the lower half of his body with curse energy, keeping him afloat by the weight of the cards stacked against him, while unfortunately for Reggie, the increased technique of Megumi's domain is mimicking the true weight of an elephant. As a result, Reggie has fractured his right fibula and heel, bearing the weight of 3 to 6 tons courtesy of Max Elephant. But let's not celebrate, because at any second, either of them could be crushed to death. Reggie quickly thinks on his feet, thinking he'll be saved with his trump card. He decides on using contract reproduction once he's fully emerged in Megumi's shadow. But wait, if that happens and Megumi wound up dying, would Reggie be trapped inside Megumi's shadow forever? Not smart, Reggie. He decides right then and there to activate his trump card. Object... Reggie begins drowning. There's no oxygen inside the shadow, and since he can't float, he's just sinking as he begins to lose consciousness. We look over to Megumi, thinking how he won't release his domain until he knows for sure Reggie's taken out. Reggie propels himself out of the shadow with the card. He elaborates, objects that he reproduces with this technique can disappear as soon as he commands it. In short, he didn't command his cards sunk underneath to disappear, but rather command one of them to bring him up to the surface. He compliments Megumi's strength, tosses the receipt up into the air, and above the gymnasium emerges a 2-story wooden house, crashing down onto Megumi. But suddenly, Megumi is seen choking Reggie out from within the shadow. Did Reggie fall inside again? No. He's floating inside some actual water this time, and the person he thinks he's being choked out by isn't Megumi, but rather the applied force of one of the vehicles. Quickly drowning, he decides to disable his curse technique. It's revealed that the floor underneath the general gymnasium was a heated pool. Megumi released his domain when he noticed the house that was about to crash down onto him. The actual gymnasium floor is crushed instead, which made Reggie drop into the pool. Megumi tries concluding how Reggie can't use his receipts if he gets them wet. However, even if the receipts remain wet, the print on them won't disappear immediately, thus allowing him to use his ability. However, the exception being if he decides to burn his receipts up with curse energy while they are soaking wet, it won't work. Reggie smirks though, because he knows Megumi must be exhausted from using his incomplete domain expansion, potentially not having the ability to summon any of his Shikigami anymore. From this point onward, it's a simple fist fight. The two sorcerers begin battling, with Megumi using his sword and Reggie reinforcing his basic physical prowess. Reggie hones in on Megumi, waiting for the chance to finish Megumi the moment he drops his guard. And then, in an instant, Reggie's deeply wounded by something. He looks onto his side and what appears is Megumi's divine dog. We're then shown an earlier panel of when divine dog was struck with a knife, with Megumi adding, "Those knives were never strong enough to immobilize my wolf in the first place." The hidden hand wins a jujutsu battle, or rather a sorcerer's lies. The words Reggie told to Megumi in their battle earlier. The moment Reggie forgot about divine dog was the moment his defeat was determined. This will definitely go down as one of the most memorable battles in the entire series for me, but what do you guys think? My name is DJ Miles, and I'll see you all next week.